What's going on, Jeromes? So your Minnesota Vikings are going through a myriad of injuries right now, but they're still tough, next man up mentality, and it has given opportunity for a lot of players to really rise up and step up their games, and Brandon Powell is certainly one of those stories where he was a 2018 UDFA out of Florida. Go Gators. That's right. Tebow, baby. Woo. And he's bounced around the league. He's been on 6 different teams, found some footing with the Rams last couple of years, had some crossover with Kevin O'Connell. And when KOC decided to bring in the free agent wide receiver this offseason, he had envisioned a role for him as a wide receiver 4-5 as well as return specialist. And, I mean, Brandon Powell, he gets no respect. I mean, this is his Wikipedia photo. Like, this thing was taken from space. Like, this is the Hubble telescope photo of Brandon Powell. It's ridiculous, man. But Powell, I mean, his one career punt return touchdown came against the Vikings. Fantastic. Good times, man. But the whole thing about the craziness of the Atlanta game is, yes, Josh Dobbs, amazing story, throwing the game-winning touchdown pass. But who caught it? Who caught it? Brandon freaking Powell. And what's amazing is he had a lot of friends and family up from Deerfield Beach, Florida, making the jaunt up to Atlanta just to watch him. And it's just beautiful, man. And a guy who's been a bit of a journeyman, a guy who's 28 years young, having this amazing, beautiful moment where he's getting an opportunity to play and showing that he can be in this league and he can contribute. It's beautiful, man. And also on the sidelines where, Kevin O'Connell, who, I'm sure, vouched for him and says, like, hey, I want him here after he wasn't re-signed by the Rams. It's like, this is why I brought you here. You're a dog, man. I just love stuff like this. It's fantastic. And, Powell, throughout his career, like, he's contributed in some ways, and with the Rams in 2022, he did have a career high in targets and catches, as well as rushing attempts. So he does bring a little something to the table, but obviously they were moving on because, they had Cooper Kupp, they had drafted Tutu Atwell, they had Van Jefferson at the time, and then eventually they did draft Puka Nacua, who Jaron Hall made at BYU, by the way. No big deal. But Brandon Powell this year has contributed nicely. And the Vikings, without Justin Jefferson, without KJ Osborne for a stretch, I mean, Brandon Powell has stepped up nicely as a wide receiver 3, wide receiver 4 option. So far this season, 15 catches for $157 and that game-winning touchdown, of course, on 22 targets. But here's what stands out: 10.5 yards per attempt, which is good, as well as 10 first downs. So 10 of his 15 catches have resulted in either a first down or a touchdown. So pretty damn impressive. And maybe he'll develop into the new KJ. It's like all he does is catch first downs on third down. And he had struck up a bit of a rapport with Kirk Cousins. He had been trusted in high leverage situations. He's also averaging 7.9 yards per punt return, where, I mean, it's not huge. He did have a nice 24-yarder against the Falcons, so hopefully that does continue to go up. And also, he is used intermittently as a runner, mainly on jet sweeps, 4 carries for 15 yards. So I frankly would like to see his usage go up, and it's clear that Kevin O'Connell trusts him. He's got an affinity for him, and as of right now, we'll see what happens with the wide receiver room as KJ Osborne in concussion protocol. Justin Jefferson is eligible to return, and of course we'd love to see the best wide receiver in the game at some point again this year. Addison is still that guy. KJ, before he got dinged up, was stepping up nicely as well. But even though the Vikings are replete with a wide receiver talent, you do have Jalen Naylor coming back from IR. You got Tristan Jackson, who made some nice plays against the Falcons too. But Powell needs to stay in the picture. And I think that Brandon Powell finally showed, hey, this is what I can do when given opportunity. So even with JJ back at full strength, even with KJ back at full strength, I do think that Brandon Powell needs to be a part of this offense and still maintain a role going forward. But your thoughts are thoughts. Brandon Powell. Powell Patrol. Let's go, man. Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Put a little something in the Venmo. But till next time, Skull Production Value.